Yo, so today's topic, can LeBron do anything for the Lakers to become the GOAT? Um, I know I started off laughing, because it is funny to think about. Yes, there is something he can do, but let's just be honest, no. Basically, what he would have to do is he would have to win 5 championships, win 5 scoring titles, 2 defensive players of the years, win 5 more MVPs for me to even begin to say maybe his 3-9 record isn't so bad. All right, let's keep it a buck. That record is terrible. It's unforgivable if you're trying to be in the GOAT conversation. It's unforgivable. Why? Because you know what? When you get to this level, because look, if you look, he's one of the greatest players in history. Let's just say that right now. He's one of the greatest players in history. I want to get that out there right now. LeBron James is one of the top NBA players in NBA history. Yes, he is. All right, there is no disputing that. All right. He was the best player in the league for at least 5 years. That puts you up there. That's a long ass time. Okay? Long ass time. Best player in the league for 5 years. All right? At least 3 to 5 years. You can be in that conversation of, top 10. We can talk about you. But there's levels to this. There are levels to this. All right? If you want to enter your name into that conversation of being the GOAT, the greatest of all time, that means you're like in that top 3 conversation. Then I'm going to have to become very picky. Very picky, okay? Little stuff, little things are going to stand out. Kobe's not in my top 3. All right? Magic. All right? Magic is not in my top 3. Bird is not in my top 3. Hakeem is not in my top 3. All right? Okay? If you want to have your name in that conversation, I'm going to become very picky. All right, so let's look at LeBron, right? Because somebody asked me the other day, what does he have to do to be the best? It's not fair. You have to at least give him some chance. No, I don't. He already fucked that up. Look, we can go back. We're not even gonna. All right, we're gonna include everything because that's what we're gonna have to do with all players. We got to include everything. First off, we got to talk about the 2007 shutout. That was a gentleman's sweep by the Spurs. They gave it to him good. They all brought out their brooms and they gave him a nice whoop right out the door. Goodbye. Then we can talk about the 2010, 2011 season. Matter of fact, before that, let's talk about the 2010 quit job. And you know what? Anybody wants to bring up Kobe quitting in the 2006 playoffs, we can bring that up too. It's not as bad because they went to a game 7 with a team they weren't supposed to go to a game 7 with. However, he did quit, so I'll let people have that. That's no problem. Let's talk about the 2010 quit job by LeBron. Whack sauce, whack juice, whack whatever thing. You can add any pronoun you want after that. It's whack. All right. Then we got to talk about the 2011 meltdown. And look, anybody who wants to argue this, LeBron James had the most talented squad in the league from the 2010-2011 season all up until the 2016-2017 season when Kevin Durant signed with the Warriors. But that stretch from 2010-2011 to 2016-2017, he had the most talented squad in the league. All right. That first year, boom, yes. The second year in Miami, boom, yes. Third year in Miami, yes. Fourth year in Miami, yes. First year in Cleveland, yes. Second year in Cleveland, yes. That's 6 years. 6 years. All right. 6 years and only 3 titles to show for it. So all the other excuses the motherfuckers like bringing up for him, talking about it's not fair, everyone kept getting injured. Nope. You had 6 motherfucking years and you couldn't get it. Nigga, your time in Miami, that first year, that disproved all talk about it being anybody else's fault. All right, we got to talk about that 2011 meltdown. 2012, that was a definitive run. Congrats. That was his only definitive championship run. Nigga beat a whole bunch of 22-year-olds on the OKC Thunder. Good job. All right. 2013, he slipped by just barely. Barely slipped by. Without Ray Allen, Game 6, they don't win that championship. All right. Everybody had the Spurs. Going into Game 5, everybody had the Spurs. Game 6, everybody had the Spurs up until Ray Allen hitting that 3. All right. Let's just keep that shit a buck. Okay. He got exposed in 2014 when they went up against the Spurs again. He wore his teammates out with his drama. They couldn't three-peat. With that squad, they couldn't three-peat. He was shot jacking in the finals and lost to an inexperienced Golden State team in 2015. Go check the stats. He was shot jacking. 2016, won by the skin on his ass, barely. I'm talking about he had to give up the skin on his ass for that one. All right, barely got by. Dragon burned him on the way out the cave. All right, fire high, ooh, hot fire, burned him on the ass on the way out. The nigga barely won that shit. It took Bogut being injured, Iguodala being injured, Curry was playing injured. Draymond got suspended, which was his fault completely. And the Cavs had a whole bunch of calls. If you watch that series, they had a whole bunch of calls. But congratulations, you won another series, you know, just barely. So what? That's 2 out of his 3 championships that he barely won. Okay. Then we go to 2017, got spanked. They had equal squads. They lost in a quick 5. 2017 it was equal because that Cleveland team came back as a better team the next year. Yes, they were. They were better than they were the year before. They went like 15-0 or some shit like that in the in the playoffs until they got to the finals. And then KD finally neutralized LeBron. Because the Warriors, they had no matchup for LeBron. Nobody could guard LeBron on the other team until they got KD. And that neutralized everything. Okay. In 2018, he got spanked 4-0, couldn't even capture a game. My man AI could capture a game. Just about every other star I know could capture at least a game. 4-0, whack juice. So my question is, how the fuck, this is the last question, right? For people who say, can he do anything for the Lakers to become the GOAT? Here's why that's impossible. How can he be better than Jordan, you know, who is the GOAT right now? How can he be better than Jordan when he's not even better than Jordan Light, aka Kobe? Kobe was a step slower than Jordan, less explosive, a little weaker, not much, he was still strong, a little weaker, less efficient, a worse decision maker, and was a little worse in the clutch. Still ice cold though. Still ice cold. And still had a better career than LeBron. LeBron cannot be on Mount Rushmore when there's only 4 players on the Mount Rushmore. He cannot. All right? LeBron is in the lower half of the top 10. He still got players to pass like Tim Duncan, Shaq, you know. He hasn't passed Timmy D yet. Let's just keep it a buck. He has not. Tim Duncan beat him 2 out of 3 times in the finals. All right? You still got to pass Timmy D. You still haven't passed Shaq. He might have passed Wilt. Who knows? We gotta debate that. We gotta look at that closely. He definitely hasn't passed Bill. He hasn't passed Larry. He hasn't passed Kobe. He damn sure ain't passed Magic. He damn sure ain't passed Kareem. And he's got to beat all those people before he can even have a conversation with Jordan about shoes. All right. So this isn't a real possibility for LeBron. He had to play until he's like 55 and, you know, basically rejuvenate his career and go into a hyperbolic time chamber like Dragon Ball Z or some shit for him to have a chance at this GOAT debate. But all right, we'll see you guys in another video. We got more coming.